This is a piece that I've always ummed and ahed about doing anything with because of the nature of the subject that I was discussing with this. And this is actually a piece where I actually scaled back from my original idea because originally had the idea of using a younger child for the image, and so I made it a little older and added some other elements. So it's not. I decided to go away, move away from being too brutal. Um, Subject matter is violence in schools, especially in American schools with school shootings. So this particular iteration of the piece is they could both be considered the title American Education, but this one I just wrote down the file name is Education. So in this original piece, you have of course the black and white, very stark image of a child. I put the black splashes in just for stylism and to make it things seem a bit more brutal and savage. But how you have here the red splash of the gunshot wound, which is the part of the piece that's most I consider shocking, and you have the American flag for the fact that it is very largely an American problem, and the apple is associated with knowledge and learning and education for two factors. Firstly, a lot of people consider the apple to be the fruit from the tree of knowledge, although the Bible actually never stated what the exact fruit was. And if it being set in the Middle East, an apple might not be the ideal fruit for that, but I digress on that. And apples are associated also the whole thing of giving an apple to a teacher, that whole old trope. So you have this one where you can very clearly see the gunshot wound. The child is now in young teens, or pre-teens, or they're very much that around that age. While still as bad as it is, it's not as quite as considered as much of a gut punch as if I was to use an image of a much younger child. And you then have this iteration of it, where I had a much larger American flag, mostly in the background of it, and it kind of obscures the gunshot wound somewhat, but it can also be seen as the blood of the innocent being staining staining the American dream and so forth. So you still have the educational aspects of it. So this is one that I've always been. I made this a little bit ago, but I've never done anything with it because I wasn't sure whether I would actually try and print this on anything, or how any of my socials would react to this, whether it be instantly taken down or what. So I had to make a YouTube video where I discuss it and then see where it goes from there. Obviously, at this stage, I'm not monetized for anything anyway, so I don't have that aspect of things to worry about. So this is this is a rather touchy and upsetting subject, especially for people in America. This doesn't really happen so much here in the UK. Not since in the 90s. I believe there was I think it was the 90s or the late 80s. There was a school. The last major school shooting we had was in a town called Dunblane, and after that there were some such sweeping gun control laws that nothing like that ever happened again. So, I mean, obviously, the gun rights people will say people still use knives and so forth, but nothing. We haven't had anything like that since. You can still get guns illegally, obviously. We've had some other gun massacres like in a town called Hungerford, where a mentally ill person went around shooting people throughout. But we haven't had a school incident like that since in over 30 years because of these rules. So this is also me weighing in on the gun debate, somewhat. So this one could get some fairly heated discussion, although I tend to believe that the kind of people that are going to go for this kind of artwork are more likely to be on the anti-gun end of or gun rules type of discussion anyway. So, but see what you think about this. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And I shall be seeing you soon. Thank you.